Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I am just getting over a cold. I've been sick all week, so I apologize in advance for if I sound a little bit like sick and nasally. That would be why. Yeah. Basically, I'm going on vacation next week, so I'm pre-filming a bunch of videos, and I kind of just want to get them pre-filmed and edited, so I'm filming while I'm sick, just so I can, still upload the week that I'm gone and not have to rush to upload a video right after I get back from vacation. So I have a couple of pre-recorded videos, and this will just be another one, I guess. But yes, so I will be following my regular schedule. I'll be posting every Sunday, and I will be uploading while I'm on vacation as well. Okay, so without further ado, let me just explain what we're doing today. I believe this idea was started by a YouTuber named Bell Jorden. I actually watched JkissaMakeup do this, and then it led me to Bell Jorden, and I followed her because she's also a cruelty-free YouTuber. But it's basically when you do one half of your face using all cool-toned makeup and the other half using all warm-toned makeup. First of all, this was a challenge and a half just to go through all my collection and try and find some cool-toned eyeshadows. So I'm hoping the shadows I kind of chose, I dipped into like 3 or 4 palettes, and I'm hoping that those ones are cool-toned enough to create a look, and then I'm going to go really warm on the other eye. So I've already laid down my foundation and concealer and my brows. Everything else I'm going to be doing cool-toned and warm-toned. So this is going to be my warm-tone side, and this will be my cool-toned side. Let's start with the face part first and get that out of the way. So I'm just going to start by bronzing up my face a bit. So for the warm-toned side, this is my warmest bronzer I have. This is the Milani Baked Bronzer in Dolce. It kind of has like gold running through it. It's a really, really pretty bronzer. So I'm just going to take a kind of a fluffy brush and go in there and just warm up the skin. And then on this part of my forehead as well, just press that into the face or the forehead. And this is a pretty warm-toned bronzer. It gives you like a really nice kind of warm kiss to the skin. So I really didn't have a cool-toned bronzer, so I'm going to cheat a little bit and use a contour powder. So this is a Sugar Bones brush. Sugar Bones is like a really amazing artist. I will link them down below. And I'm just using the shade that I typically use to contour, which is this guy right here. I'm just going to do the same thing on this side, but with my contour powder. That is the contour slash bronzer. Now for blush, I'm just using the Morphe 9N blush palette. I'm just taking, this is a MAC brush that I got from my mom, it's the MAC 168. It's like an angled blush, fluffy blush brush. So on the warm tone side, we're going in with this very peachy kind of coral color. And then I'm just going to blend it out a little bit with the contour brush, just because it got a little bit harsh. And then I'm taking this is a Sugar Bones brush. It's the angled blush brush. And for the cool tone side, we're using this bottom left shade. It's like a taupey kind of rose color. And then again, just blending it out a little bit with the contour. So now we're going to highlight the face. So on the warm side, I'm going in with the Jeffree Star Skin Frost in the shade Summer Snowcone. It's like a really yellowy gold. And I'm just going to put that on the cheekbone. And then on the cool tone side, I'm just taking the Skin Frost in Crystal Balls. These are both from his summer collection. I'm just going to take this, this is an e.l.f. blush brush, but it's really tiny, so I use it for highlighter sometimes. And this is like a really pretty, like, cool toned white kind of color. This looks so crazy already. So now let's just go into the eyes. So I'm just gonna zoom you guys in a little bit. So now you guys are zoomed in nice and close. For the warm tone side, I'm pretty much just using the Morphe 39A palette. Okay, so I'm just taking a fluffy brush and I'm just gonna use this is the warm toned kind of transition shade here. It is called Define Me. We're just gonna pop that into the crease. Oh, I didn't even prime my eyelids. Girl, what am I doing today? Okay, so eyelids are primed. So now I'm taking the shade Define Me on that fluffy brush I had, and we're just gonna pop that into the crease. So I'm taking the shade Vivid, which is this bright kind of orange shade up here. I'm gonna take that on a smaller fluffy brush, not fluffing. And we're just gonna work that into the crease, and then just blending everything out with the transition brush again. So now I'm just going to take a little kind of smaller packing-ish brush. Okay, so in the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm going to take this kind of darker orange red, and I'm going to really focus that on the outer eyelid. So now I'm just going to take a packing brush, like a dense packing brush, and I'm taking this shade right here in the 39A palette, which is Vibrant, and I'm just going to darken the outer V a little bit just to get some definition and put it into the crease a little. This is a very warm toned eye, so I think I'm just going to take that kind of packing fluffy brush again, and I'm just going to take the shade Define Me again, which is that big transition pan in the middle, and just run that along my lower lash line. I'm just taking the shade Vivid again on the same brush, which is this kind of bright orange here, and just dragging that under. I'm just gonna take the same dang brush and take a little bit of Vibrant and just put that on the very outer edge. So now for the eyelid, I'm going to take the Chocolate Gold palette from Too Faced. I'm going to take the shade Old Money, which is this beautiful kind of bronzy gold, and just pack that onto the eyelid with my finger. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a little bit on my pinky of the Chocolate Gold color, which is this beautiful like yellow gold, and just pop it right in the very center. So that is basically the warm eye done, and we are going to try our best to create the same eye with cool tone shades on the other side. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and on that fluffy brush again, I'm just taking the shade Warm Taupe. It's actually kind of a cooler toned taupe color, and we're just going to put that into our crease. I'm just going to take the shade Deep Hue here, which is a kind of chocolatey brown that's definitely more on the cool tone side, and I'm just going to carefully put this in the crease. So now I'm going to take the shade Slice on that kind of packing brush again. That is this kind of like, okay, it's like a grayish kind of brown, and I'm just going to pack that onto the outer lid. I'm just going to take Warm Taupe again and just carefully blend out the outer edges of the look. I'm just going to do kind of the same gist on the bottom. So we're going to start with Warm Taupe and drag that under the eye on the little packing brush. Now we're going back into the 39A palette, and I'm just taking the shade Deep Hue again on the same brush and buffing it, focusing on the outer third of the eye. Then I'm taking the shade Slice again a little bit on this brush here, and just really putting this on the very outside of the eye and pressing it into the lower lash line. What am I going to do? I'm going to take the shade Rich Girl, which is this kind of goldish, it's like a cool toned gold. It's so pretty. And we're just going to pack that onto the eyelid. Okay, and then I'm taking the shade Drippin' Diamonds, which is this like steel kind of blue color, on my pinky, and I'm just packing it in the very center like we did with the gold on the other eye. I'm just taking the shade Ice Cold, and I'm going to put it on the cool toned eye, like the inner corner, just to brighten everything. And then I'm going to do the same thing with Summer Snow Cone. I'm taking this little fluffy Luxie brush, and I'm just going to try and highlight like half of my nose with the warm toned one and half of my nose with the cool toned one. And then I might as well do my upper lip balm here on my Cupid's bow. Okay, so last but not least is lipstick. For the warm tone side, I chose the liquid lipstick from Jeffree Star. This is in the shade Nathan. This is such a gorgeous, like, peachy nude. I absolutely love it. Okay, so that Nathan is pretty much dried down. So for the cool tone side, I'm using the Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in the shade Posh Spice. let me just zoom you guys out and I will end the video there. Okay guys, so this is the final look. This is the cool tone side and this is the warm tone side. Comment down below and let me know which side you prefer. I really love the warm tone side. I think it's just so pretty with like the oranges and the reds and the golds, and like with this Nathan lip with it, it's so pretty. But I actually really love the cool side, and it was honestly really fun trying to find cool toned shadows in my collection. I had a ton of fun making this video. I'm so happy with the two looks I created. I think that they both look so pretty. But yeah, so thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all at the next video. Bye guys.